Now guys, I know the finance bill is doing a number on everyone, but why, I know I look like a politician, but I have no explanation as to why the finance bill is going to pass. But it's going to pass. It's going to pass. Okay. You guys think it's not going to pass? Talking in a comedy club. This thing is passed in Parliament. So I know what I'm talking when I say this thing is going to pass whether you like it or not. Not because I want it to pass. I would rather it doesn't pass, because that way I can afford the cigarettes. They are proposing to extra taxes on cigarettes. First of all, the current price of cigarettes is more than half of the current price of cigarettes is taxes. Now, I'm like, tax me for my existence then. What do you mean? Like literally, right now, this government wants you to purchase a trouser using money, but for you to keep that trouser next year, you have to pay a tax for it. That's how good this government is doing with the tax. We didn't do very well with the story, so...
When Charlene Ruto got home after the Benihin prayer, what happened? She laid her forehead to rest. As you record this, delete that part. Because finance bill is enough for me. I don't need to. I don't take cops coming from me. I can't fight. I can't fight. If I could fight, it would be a different story. That's a relevant question. But I love Charlene Ruto. Charlene Ruto is those people who send themselves. Kujituma, I've even interpreted it. Everywhere. Like you go anywhere, Charlene Ruto is there. Like anywhere. It's a burial, it's a wedding, it's in Western, anywhere. Except Parliament. I don't know where that girl is. She's everywhere, she's not needed. Even after this, I think our next guest is Charlene Ruto.
Some of you are writing this handwriting. Nipata ngapi KCSE. So the financial bill are sharing politician numbers for Kenyans to call. Oh, that's not that's X. Okay. So this week was a fun episode of knowing if you really have any compassion for your exes. Because people share their exes' numbers as politicians. And I think that's a genius move. You know, it's very counterproductive for the Finance Bill 2024, but that's being a true villain. You know, you have to appreciate. I'm a big fan of politics. It's mostly my entire career right now. I was reading the finance bill because someone has to, you know. So I was, MPs haven't read that thing. The IMF just gave it to them and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take it, you know, like these people won't read. And so one of the taxes is you have to pay, I think it's an eco levy for wheelchair tires.
No.
Yes, wheelchair tires. Like you know, like the big wheelchair tire that like they used to roll. That one, it's charged 98 per tire eco levy, and then there's like excess duty, which will bring it to about 1,500 Kenyan shillings. You see, I've read. And I don't think that's what we meant by inclusion. You know, you can't just... taxes to everyone. You have to, like it's very hard for people living with disabilities to get jobs. You can't take their tires too. Like that's ridiculous. They need to get to where they're going. Another levy that really shocked me was so the cigarette filters or anyone who uses vapes, they're charging I think 22 shillings more per centiliter. So like for every thing you smoke, you like have to pay a little more. And I think people who are living into lung cancer, you guys have figured out how to get out of here faster. Like how are you paying more to kill yourself? That's ridiculous. And I think Kenyans took an initiative this week. They were like, we're angry, so we're going to share every single number of an MP, their wife, their side chick. Like every single person you feel like is in the chain of your taxpayer money is going to be flagged. And I think that's a good thing. Kenyans usually don't have access to a politician once they steal your votes, they also disappear. And I think this is a good way to hold them accountable. Because you're not just calling them, you're texting them, you're WhatsApping them. Some people are sending dick pics. I feel like you guys have to calm down. I know, like there's action, but that's an erection. You need to know action and erection are two different things. You can lean into it. I don't know what you're doing in your free time. So there's a number that people kept texting, thinking I think it's the majority representative for the major party. I don't know the constitutional term, but like people kept thinking it's Kimani Ichung'wa's number, but it wasn't. It was just some guy who like the last digit of his phone number was kind of close. And I think that's a good way to experiment, I feel like this way we can know who's really stealing from us. You just keep texting. Maybe if you text enough times, you'll find Ruto's number, then you can call him and tell him to come back home. That man has not been here his entire presidency. And I don't fault him. They're adding taxes. Why would I live here? I kind of respect it. He knows how. Like, so I have a bunch of names that I kind of refer to him. My favorite at the moment is Sugoi Earhart. My second favorite is Wenda Tezi. But he just doesn't, there's no money, there's no, it's very difficult, so very good at joking.
Reject the finance bill, no. Actually, I don't want to be associated with the government right now. I didn't mind when it started, but the way things are going, no. This government has ruined a lot of things for me. Every time I go to the store, I'm like, why are you unemployed? And I think, well, maybe someone took my CS position. What? Finance bill 2024. That will be finance bill. Actually, this finance bill, when it started, I was like, man, I don't care, I'm unemployed. It's like, what? I'm unemployed, who cares? Then I saw they are taxing the bread, and I was like, the bread? Wow. Now our line at the mandazi will be long. Tax the bread? No. Then I see corporate ladies at the mandazi line? No. Leave it to us. But also I'm seeing people arguing things that don't make sense. Now people talk with things they can't even afford. But like, oh, they are taxing the cars, 50,000 for a car. Now they want to kill us. Oh yeah. Oh, give me my change. Like you, what kill you? 50,000, what kill you? What are you talking about? People are now talking about things they can't even afford. Oh, the finance bill. They are taxing now. Don't know, eco levy, eco what? But actually, this government is fucking up everything, right? It's a fact. People are saying I'm the government guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this finance bill thing, wow. And I'm not like I know anything about this thing right now. Actually, I don't know anything about finance bill. I just know it's taxing things. But when people ask me, I'm like, yeah, the finance bill. No, that's the thing. That's the bill that finances in the finance bill, right? Yeah, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. All I can say. Yeah, they are talking. No, last year there was one too, right? All I tell people. Then I now include the accent. When things go bad, I now bring in the accent. Like, no, what are you talking about? It's not a bad thing.
Okay, what if the finance bill? Okay, fuck you guys with this thing. Why are we talking about finance? If the finance bill passes, quota will be 800. What? But it's KWORA. Okay, who suggested this? Let's talk about this person who visited the U.S. Embassy for two hours. And be like, I think about quarters a lot. We're in quarter 7 now, and it's literally. So what is quarters will be 800? I'm not getting. Are we talking about quarter, like quarter, the drink, the cheap liquor, alcohol? Nigga, I'm 37. I buy real shit. You know what I mean? Fuck. So it will be 800. How much is it now? The quarter. For it? What? 400. Also, they're saying it will be double. Oh man, that shit fucks you up so hard, man. I don't remember the last time I drank that shit. But it'll be that much. All right.
Do you want to hear a 3-word joke? Do you want to hear a 3-word joke? Kenya Kwanza government. That's a big one. A big short joke. When people come to open mics, they are encouraged to lower the expectations because comedians are trying out new material and others are dipping in the bucket and coming up with jokes on the spot, just like the government. We should give it up to our government for running the longest open mic. I'll not even talk of the fact that as a country, we are being led by a dictator. However, I'll mention of the fact that my mom looks like Gachagua. I take that back. I mean, my mom is similar to Gachagua in that when things are going well, she takes all the credit. And when things are going bad, just like Gachagua, she puts the blame on Baba. Did you know that clinically, chances of someone being depressed and anxious at the same time are so low? However, when you listen to our government officials talk, you become depressed because of what they have just said, and you are anxious of what they will say next. Listening to our government officials like Moses Kuria, Gachagua, Murkomen. No, I've set up the joke badly. Let me take it again. So, how was the joke? This is how I forget to pay for child support. So, here's the joke. Why am I forgetting that joke? Here's the joke. I had a wrong day at work, so you can understand. So here's the joke. This government is taxing everything and anything. Even listening to government officials like Moses Kuria, Murkomen, and Gachagua talk, it's so taxing. Even me coming up with that joke and trying to remember it was so taxing. Is it only me, or do you feel like Nairobi County is in a toxic relationship and it's forcing issues? Where should they come up with a slogan like, let's make Nairobi work? Am I forcing that joke?